Nah, if you know Senator Natasha Akpoti, please warn her. She cannot be posting nice photos like this with her husband. I repeat, she cannot be posting this lovey photos. So having a good time with your husband when everywhere is hot. Do you want Akpabio's BP to shoot up? Senate President, sir, I beg. No vex. No, I know. Calm down. Let me defend you. Why am I here? How dare you pepper them? And this is not just ordinary pepper. Spicy pepper. Auntie Ebedwalo now. Guys, let me give you the background story. Last Tuesday at the National Assembly, you all saw the drama. Senator Natasha Akpoti tried to go back to work after the judge said that the Senate should recall her. But they blocked her at the gate, her colleagues. So she got down, she walked to the second gate. They still did not allow her to enter.
She's taking a long trek along the road that leads you straight to the second gate. She had already beaten the first gate, and our convoy was stopped.
First of all, my fathers at the Senate. Clap for yourselves. Clap for yourselves. Because that was exactly what we were expecting. We knew that you would not allow her in for her to resume her work. In fact, if they had allowed her inside, that would have been the surprise. It would be the shocker. Because that would mean that you actually follow the law. Who wants to follow the law when you are the one making the law? People don't understand that you are above the law. And how would you flex if you had allowed her to do her work? How would we know that you are the big daddies? Sorry, Jare, no vex. Can you imagine these Nigerians? Yeah, being my fathers at the Senate, just for not letting a woman enter for her to do her job. Everybody is running skeleton because of one woman. Don't you guys know that these are the gods of our time? Instead of you all to appease the gods, you are disrespecting them. Sorry, Gary, Senator Akpabio. On behalf of all the people disrespecting you, they did not know it. Now, Senate President, move closer, just between me and you. Don't let anybody else see this part. Sir, how do you feel now that you are flexing? I'm sorry. Now that you have shown how big you are, how do you feel? I'm sorry. I couldn't help but wonder how that helps the price of Gary and Epa. I really don't know why this reminds me of those secondary school seniors who thought they had power, especially when they make them prefects. Yes. If you are a senior in secondary school, you are watching me today, don't let it ever get in your head, though. There is life after secondary school. Treat your juniors with respect, and don't you ever think that you now have power over your colleagues just because you are a prefect and some people in your class, they are not prefects, doesn't mean that you are better. Anyway, I digress. That has nothing to do with my fathers at the Senate, by the way. I'm not saying that they are acting like secondary school kids. No, not at all. I can never say that. I don't know why I've been wanting to advise secondary school kids for a long time. It came to me at the moment, so I thought, let me seize this opportunity. Back to my fathers, the gods of the Senate. Oh yeah, you know, the sad thing is not what the Senate President is doing. No, that's not even the saddest part. I think the saddest part for me is her colleagues choosing to remain silent instead of standing by her, you know. Some of them don't know that this can also happen to them. It's like everybody is trying to save their head. Meanwhile, guys, some Nigerians are saying that the court never ordered for the Senate to recall her, that it was a mere suggestion by the judge. I'm like, what? What's that? First of all, that tells you that something is not right with our judiciary. If you take a case of illegal suspension to court, the judgment can only be one or two things: recall her or don't recall her, let her remain in suspension. But if a judge is now making a mere suggestion, then what's the point of going to court? Like, if anybody needs suggestion, I would personally advise you, don't go to court. Don't go to court if what you are looking for is mere suggestions, not judgment. I won't advise you to go to court. You can always ask your neighbor for their suggestions. You don't need to spend money on mere suggestions. So what's the point of going to court? Some people will even say, well, maybe the judiciary is compromised. Not me, of course. I can never say such a thing. You guys know. But even if it was a mere suggestion by a federal judge, what is the value or power of a judge's suggestion? Should the suggestion of a judge be ignored? Some Nigerians are also saying, has she apologized to Akpabio? I said, apology, Vavo. Upon somebody saying that they are harassed sexually, how would a court now say they should go and beg the alleged perpetrator? You know, Kojo now. The court never instructed her to apologize to the Senate president. They only told her to publish an apology to the court for writing a satirical apology on the sexual harassment. So they wanted her to apologize to the court that she went ahead and wrote a satirical apology. Meanwhile, she's disputing that order because she went to this particular court over her illegal suspension, not over the sexual harassment case. That one is in another court. So it doesn't follow that the judge is getting into the sexual harassment case that is in another court. So anyways, we'll update you on that. Meanwhile, now that we have appeased the gods of the Senate, let's talk about what the suspended senator did over the weekend. Once again, while on suspension, this woman went and gave out 70 HP laptops. In fact, let me backtrack. She trained 250 people in various fields in her constituency, in data analysis, how to use drones for photography, for videography, for delivery service, for site mapping, progress monitoring, and safety inspections in construction, in oil and gas, in agriculture, and telecommunications, and so on and so forth. After the training, she then gave the trainees 70 HP laptops, brand new, 80 DJI drones, and when I zoomed in, of course I had to, I noticed it was the ones that come with the DJI goggles, the ones that have 1080 progressive scan, ultra wide screen, that gives you immersive flight experience. Oh, father, don't get me started, guys. She also gave out 50 toolboxes and safety kits to 50 engineers, as well as 50 welding machines and safety kits to welders. Then she gave out a drone to the Department of Geology and Environmental Science of the following 10 tertiary institutions in Nigeria: Federal College of Education, Okene; Confluence University of Science and Technology, Osara; Kogi State University; Federal University of Lokoja; Federal Polytechnic, Ida; Kogi State Polytechnic; University of Ilorin; Bayero University in Kano; Ahmadu Bello University in Zaria; and the Federal University of Science and Technology in Minna. Exactly what are we discussing? There is no matter on ground for discussion. Case closed. Hey, they are about to start using drones for delivery services in Kogi. What are we talking about? Some people will be acting as if they are gods. Translate that to English. Of course, you don't know. Those of you in the constituencies of the gods of the Senate, please testify. How many of you have gotten laptops, brand new laptops, as empowerment from your lawmaker, or drones? We need to know what the gods are doing. People are getting laptops to do their work, to do their business, to make money. People are getting drones. And don't forget that this same month, she gave out 700 iPads to secondary school students at one school in the same country where one lawmaker gave out clay pots. I'm sorry, clay pots. Yeah, as his own empowerment for his constituency. Clay pots. I'm sorry, clay pots. I am. I'm so sorry. Where are my manners? How could I forget? I forgot to mention that you also included white fabric, pure white, for people to bury their dead. You cannot make this up. Why? Kano people, who did you offend? Who did you offend in Kano? Because that their governor last year. He gave out 600 wheelbarrows. Wheelbarrows in 2024 as empowerment. Oh, the government of Kano is doing wonders. I'm so sorry, Your Excellency, in case you are watching. Mr. Governor, I forgot you included shovels. Where are my manners? You included shovels. Emma, you know, how could I forget that? Anyways. Now, the good thing is there's another lawmaker that is doing wonders for the people of his constituency. Another senator that is doing amazing work of empowerment, literally changing lives. And his own is even on a much larger scale, guys. I'm so excited. I cannot wait to feature him. That's going to be in another video. So please let me know what your own lawmaker is doing. There are those that are doing well, not that many of them, but we want to spotlight all the ones that are doing well to shame the rest of them. That like to flex without actually doing anything. So